Just tied a record with 8 points in the game.
This is Sam Gagne, and you're listening to the Real Life Podcast.
Gagne, oh, what a move! What a win for the Oilers!
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Kids are back in school.
That too.
The new Shakira PD day.
Oh my God. Guys, Logan had his first day at school. Grade 7 orientation on Tuesday. Day off Wednesday. Back to school Thursday, Friday.
Why?
They want to set the tone for the year.
Staggered entry. Yeah. I was going to make a whole big deal about how it was a PD day and it already begins day 2, but no, it's staggered PD. And you know what, to be honest with you, grade 7 going into a junior high, I think that's not a bad move. Let them climatize.
Yeah.
You know, they're like a nice hardwood. You got to put them in, let them climatize before people start walking all over them.
If you notice a lot of chewing on today's episode of the podcast, it's because we're all eating the leftover Wilhock beef jerky from the golf tournament.
No.
It's good.
2 of you are.
I was eating one earlier.
Oh, okay.
I've been eating cookies and beef jerky.
There's cookies here that have Tyler Yaremchuk's name on them.
Yeah.
And you refuse to eat one like a weirdo.
I came in like
I
one.
always wanted Tyler to be inside me. So
1 minute ago. 1 minute ago.
So on that
It's a
topic,
digi for me.
golf tournament recap. Shout out to Star Mechanical, by the way, for sponsoring this year's Oilersnation Open. On the surface, I would say maybe our best one yet.
By far. That one, not by far. The one out
Tell me about it. I wasn't there.
The one at Cougar Creek was awesome, and it rivaled it. And
there's a reason.
might have won.
The one with Frank?
That one, yeah, that was a good one.
But that one was better because of what we got up to after, I think.
Yeah, there was definitely more of an after party. The bus on the way there got more people engaged with each other before the tournament. This time it was early, right? Everybody hadn't had a drink yet. So everybody's just kind of sticking to themselves, you know, and the vibe was quiet at the beginning. But afterwards, obviously people were a little more in their cups. But when you rolled into a bus at Cougar Creek and everybody's had a couple flats of beer on the drive over, I mean, it was just more atmosphere at the front. And I mean, it was such a beautiful day for both of them. Course was in amazing shape.
Mill Woods is in awesome shape.
Unbelievable shape. You know, somebody told me it was built on an old dump.
It is. I told you that.
It is beautiful.
That dump been smoothed.
Nicest dump ever.
Could have fooled me.
There's a lot of golf courses built on dumps.
There is. The new soccer center, or like the West Edmonton Soccer Association, has that whole thing now that's built on that dump over off Highway 16. Anyways.
I think the one in St. Albert is too, the soccer.
Yeah. So golf.
The ski hill downtown. That's dump.
Really?
Yeah, it was the original Edmonton dump. Leo?
All right. Anyways, golf tournament went really, really well. To me, nothing really went wrong. Everyone seemed to have a good time. There were no quote unquote incidents. It was just like straight up fun. Hole sponsors, BM. You would love this. Every 2 out of every 3 holes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, but every activated hole probably felt like there was about 13 out of 18 activated holes.
And most of them had free beers.
Drinks. Good drinks,
cigars,
great food, cigars.
Yeah, I saw the J with the cigar. I was wondering where that came from.
Sober
the cigar room.
People
Cutest cigar room was.
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. They told me to sit here. I don't know. I sit in Jay's chair and I felt weird about it. They told me to sit here.
We have assigned seating,
but I bought a new mic arm, so I was really excited for him to use it.
Oh, yeah, that thing looks industrious.
It's very nice.
I don't think that one will break.
So anyways, the best business practice was the designated drivers, Triple D, who drive your car home with or without you, drop it off, amazing service. They were giving the biggest, stiffest drinks.
That's
great.
Genius
Making their own, making their own
Get
business.
you drunk, then drive you home after you pay us a reasonable rate.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and like just Caesars, I mean, everything was just so good, man. Like the holes were all so much fun. There was the drive against Gregor hole.
Yep.
Right. I don't know if anybody in our foursome won.
We outdrove them. I just think any of us.
I don't think anybody made the fairway.
But whatever. We used a drive that was in the rough and made a birdie.
Yeah. So course, tournament, activations, all the holes, the weather, it was all absolutely perfect. Then we get to the golf game. I let us down. I'm going to be honest.
Really?
I did. I did not play my best. I was not sure why I was. The one place I'm comfortable is on a golf course. And for some reason,
liquor store.
Handstand.
You keep doing this, and it's funny every time. But
I've never made a liquor store joke before.
I just felt just like I really had pressure. Like I wanted to really I wanted to win this thing. I wanted to do it for the guys that paid good money to play with us. Cody Chambers and my boy B Ross, who played really well. You know, they were great teammates.
He almost
to have.
dunked one on a par 5 for eagle. That was insane.
Albatross.
Yeah.
He was an inch away from the hole for a 2 on a par 5.
A natural
a
too.
natty.
He used both shots.
What?
We used his drive. We're standing around his drive. We're all, you got to understand my boy Cody Chambers. He loves him a cigar. Not only does he love him a cigar, he loves to have it in his mouth while he swings.
Whoa, who used to do that on the Pro Tour back in the day?
Angel, not Angel Jimenez, the other guy, Maria Olazabal.
Yeah, Olazabal. And he smoked cigars on the court.
Wasn't it?
No,
Angel
it was it was
Cabrera?
the Seve Ballesteros.
Who's
That
the
was-
guy who died?
No, Angel Jimenez. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he loves to have a cigar in his mouth, and he does it when he's hitting. And he's not a practice swing type of guy. He hits from wherever he is.
Fresh.
This is an important shot. We've just made a par on a par 4. This is our third hole. We're 1 under after 2, and we just gave one away. So we're like, we got to make it up on this hole. I don't hit a great one, second shot. Jay hits a good one, and he just throws his ball down, and it's in a legit divot, like a hole. And I'm like, I know golf. It's hard to get your club under that. And me and Jay,
fairway wood.
we were iron. He drove it so far that we were 177 in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and
With
Jay,
a cigar in his mouth, he hit it that far.
yeah. And then he's got a cigar in his mouth for this, drops up, stands up. JR and I both, without even thinking, we both go, hey, just move your ball out of that hole.
Give yourself a better lie.
Give yourself a better lie. We both say it at the same exact time. He goes, I like this one. And then proceeds to swing and sticks it to 2 feet.
Oh,
it rolls to 1 inch. And we were just and we couldn't tell. It was raised. But Tyler's group was standing on the tee box in front and could see the vantage point. So they knew what had happened.
Wow.
We didn't really think any of us were actually, Jay was 8 feet. I was 4 feet. And he was 1 inch.
Yeah.
Our shots, which were great, were totally overshadowed.
Damn.
And we didn't even see it until we got up there. And then it was just we erupted. And it was a good moment. It was so much. That kind of turned our front 9 around, after our miss on 2. But, what would have been 11 because we started on 10. But, yeah.
My favorite moment was on our second last hole, and the match with Tyler and his group is tight.
It was a 1-stroke game.
1 stroke on a par 5. I have 1 mully left, and I wasn't happy with our second shot in to the par 5.
Give him the stats. How far were we?
I don't think we were on the green. We're just off the green.
Right. Yeah. But how far were we hitting it from? It was
150.
Oh, it was 150?
Yeah, we were at the 150.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we had a good drive.
Yeah.
We were at 150 away, and I wasn't happy with it. So I dropped the mully, and still it was a great line, just slightly short, just off the green, but it was a front pin. So maybe 15 feet. And then we all putt, and I putt last, and everyone's missed, and I putt last, and I putt, and the whole... And Tyler in the group's watching, and the ball's about 2 feet away from the hole, and I know it's going in. So I just turn around and I start flapping my arms and going, "Caca!" Because I knew that was the kill shot.
That was the kill shot. It reminded me of have you ever seen the clip of Tiger Woods? He makes a putt. And then as the putt starts, he turns around and shake Kevin Na's hand.
Yeah.
And they finish shaking hands before the ball even drops in the hole. It was ice cold. So, spoiler, if anybody didn't know, Team JR and Team Chalmers won.
Oh, yeah.
With Cody and B Ross. No, we didn't win the whole thing. We won our match against Liam and Tyler, and his partner, their names were Ryan and Charlie. That's right.
And Charlie was electric. He was a lot of fun.
He's a lot of fun. He had a lot of words for us.
I'll read you an email from Ryan because he summed it up for us. First off, he said, "Thank Liam for me." Sounds good. He said, "You guys are class acts and left it all on the course. As predicted, Liam's 40-foot putt was an absolute momentum turner, and his natural birdie on a par 3 was something to witness. A+ golf from that guy. Go crew. At one point, we used 6 of Tyler's shots in a row, and he spent the day driving the ball while literally jumping out of his shoes. I was trying to hit the piss out of everything."
Yeah, you so were.
Yeah. But that's the fun part about a scramble.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
He said, "Great game all around. Hell of a round, boys. Hell of a round. Jay and Chris may have won the bet. And yes, Jay's look-off putt for eagle was pretty epic, I must say. You and Liam played an honest round and raised more money. The Mulligan gods kept raining more putts on those 4 somehow, and they could never remember their score when asked. So I ask, did they really win by 2?
Oh, give me a
Heck of an
break.
open. Enjoy the cookies. See you next year. And then today he dropped off cookies with the ON Everyday logo printed on them.
Yeah, that's
Which means Tyler, your M-Chuck cookies.
yeah. No, it's very thoughtful.
Ryan's the best. And I
He
got
is
shirt
such a
out of
good
it.
dude, and he was every time I saw him on the tee, he was striping it. So he brought his A game too. So no, it was
Yeah,
good.
he actually golfed really good. Like we all golfed so well, and we were sputtering for a bit. And then there was that hole on, it was a par 4. I think it was not, or the second hole on the course.
Yeah.
Whatever, hole 2.
Yeah.
And we were struggling. I think we were down by 3 at that point on you guys.
Yeah. You guys made a charge. That was your start of your charge.
And Liam sunk that long, like 40 footer for par or for birdie. And we went nuts. And then we birdied the next hole, and it was crazy. It was really fun.
It was really good.
It was a good day. That like the team did such a good job. Gavin stepped in, helped make sure the day went really well.
Killed it.
Sponsor good. Yeah. The dinner was good. Gregor cried. I think it was 5 seconds it took.
Oh, it took the under.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's like we have to set the over under at like 9.5 seconds next year.
I think we have to
put it
do
at 30.5.
I think seconds is a throw off. I think we need to do words into speech.
Words into speech. Okay.
So like, does he get like 35 words into his like address?
Oh, I think
on the
he got
podium?
like
The minute-
I think
because,
he
like-
got less than 10. It was over under. It was
the minute
probably
he
9
started
and a
his
half.
speech, he's just like he's
What the hell? Every year it gets earlier in the speech.
Oh, I know. It was very cute.
You know, we probably had both of our teams our worst finish to date in the ranks, because there was the team that won was 18. There was 3 teams tied at 17.
The cheaters didn't win.
The cheaters were in there at 15, and then
You guys were what, 14?
13.
13,
13, and we were 11.
and you were 11. And so like we left a lot of shots out
6
there.
pars,
but
I think we had. I think. Oh no, it must be more than that.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
6
say
pars.
the unintended consequence of it being such a good tournament with such good hole activations was you never had to buy a drink. Like maybe once or twice on the whole course did we have to buy like a drink off the beer cart girl, because every other hole had something. So we were constantly having a Caesar, an SYC.
No, I think.
We bought more than most, though.
No, I don't.
Still.
I think our partners just kept filling our carts, and that's what we just thought beers were falling
that's
from
a
the
good
sky. But
That's a good
anyways,
point. Maybe they were.
I had about 7 stogies. I was just in stogie heaven.
Yeah, you guys were just down in
Woke
the
up the
stogies.
next morning, just but it was good while I was doing it.
I also heard our pal Big Mike had a rough next 2 days.
I heard he hooked on with the Greta crew. I heard most on a score for Big Mike and his crew. PS, and they were super pumped. And I
They
was,
shot an 87.
they were plus
12.
15,
Plus 15 on a scramble.
but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, he hooked on with the Greta crew, I guess, and had a night.
How good were some of the sponsors? The title sponsor, which was
Mechanical.
Star Mechanical, was giving away a set of irons.
No. Wow, you've got so many.
Delete that. Who was giving?
There's a couple stories you told where the story was right, but like the hole we were on was way wrong.
Oh,
But
really?
Star Mechanical gave away
Yeah, the
2.
gist is there,
It
Charles.
gets
Star
blurry.
Mechanical gave away 2 tickets to the Heritage Classic. They had a
and
draw.
also at their table.
Which you could trade straight across
okay.
for irons
Sorry.
easily.
Mill Woods
Easily.
gave away a set of irons on the
okay.
SYC hole.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, on the SIC hole. But yeah, the 2 tickets to the Heritage Classic also, you didn't even have to like do anything. They just gave you like tickets to it.
Yeah, and if you hit it in the fairway, or
They gave you like
got an
another
extra
2.
draw. Yeah,
I liked the one with the iron giveaway from Mill Woods, and they had the bucket of TaylorMade golf balls.
Yeah,
new
grab
TaylorMade.
a handful.
$20. You grab a handful of golf balls, and you get an entry to win the set
the
of irons.
irons, yeah.
And then if you stick it on the green, you get another entry. And I was talking to someone after, and I forget who it was, but they're like, "Oh, like how many did you do the golf ball thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." Like, "Oh, how many did you get?" I was like, "I think I got like 6 or 7 in my handful." He goes, "Yeah, I just reached in there, got 15." I was like, "So you paid $20, you got 15 like brand new TaylorMade golf balls."
that's big hands.
That's huge.
Yeah,
hands.
he said he was able to get the momentum to stack them like a pyramid. And he's
Only
like,
fit
very
5
nice.
in these bad
Because
boys.
that was a good, well-timed hole because those are good like driving balls in a scramble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no complaints at all about how that day went. It was so much fun, and the meal was
Nails.
unbelievable.
Nails.
Unbelievable. disappointed we didn't win, and now you guys get to pick an outfit for Liam and I to wear.
I think it's picked.
Yeah, well, no, Chalmers, holy fuck.
I wasn't going to say it, but
no,
I think we got it.
picked.
You told us what it was on the course.
Yeah,
so,
he did.
so Tyler comes up to me. He's like, yeah, Chalmers told me what we're wearing. It's
I
not
didn't
that
tell
bad.
him.
I was like, what?
Yeah, you
Well,
did.
I'm in the food
guys were
lineup.
yelling
I'm like-
it.
So I ran to the tail. I'm like, Chalmers, we have not decided shit.
They were yelling
We've
it.
still not decided shit. We have to do our research. This needs to be a well-curated outfit.
Assless chaps
Probably.
with spurs. Cowboy boots, spurs, assless
Where are you going to
chaps.
find size 13 cowboy boots?
And a clip-on
The cowboy
navel
boot store.
ring. A clip-on navel ring.
Ooh. We so badly wanted to do dangling belly button rings.
Prince Albert's for everyone.
I would have stayed sober all golf tournament just to make sure I played my
great
best. Just to make sure I didn't have to do it.
Yeah. That's
Great
the
bet.
point. That's the point.
Where my Twitter shirt at? Threads is a flop.
If you can find me a place to buy a shirt, a Twitter shirt, I will buy one.
I feel like if you Google Twitter shirts, there's
Yeah,
something.
but like there's shitty ones on like random
find like
Etsy
100?
stores.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay.
You want like a nice
What are you,
Yeah,
are you
I
trying to
want,
find
like-
like
I
a
want, like-
Gucci one?
No, I'm gonna find an appropriate one that Wanya will wear.
How about a cartoon Elon Musk
There's
shirt?
tons
How about
of Twitter shirts.
he gets to pick one tweet from existence that you then have to put onto a shirt, and you can walk around with one tweet on a shirt. What was that?
Wait a minute. Whoa. Why do I have to do work here? I want this.
Yeah,
bad
touche.
picture.
What was that Green Goblin gif you used for like 8 months?
That guy.
So it was like 90% of Oilers Nation
Who's that
tweets
guy?
for like a stretch. Was
Yeah,
just that
the
guy.
best. Mr. Green Jeans.
Anything else from the golf tournament?
I'm gonna buy this Twitter shirt right now, and you're just gonna get what you get.
Make a Mr. Green Jeans shirt.
Excellent.
Nope.
Why?
Tyler ruined it.
Oh, I
I'll
don't
put in
want
an
some
effort.
crappy one.
No, I think we did a good job of highlighting how awesome it was.
No crappy one. I won't wear it.
Raised like $17K for Gregor's grads. That ain't no
money.
joke.
Ooh, that's big. That's big
That's some
wood.
smoke.
Big wood.
And we'll do it all again next year.
Do it all again next year. I said, Millwoods, we'll come back if you'll have us.
And they said, we'll have you back.
They said, you owe us for that golf cart you damaged. Just kidding.
Who hurt?
Just kidding. One of the Marshall's carts just got smoked by a golf ball.
Oh,
and that's obviously
cost
no
of
one's
doing
fault.
business.
That was something.
That was funny though.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Oilers Nation Open recap brought to you by Star Mechanical. And now we move on to you're watching reels while we're doing this? Or you just have your phone on?
I put it on my phone. I opened up Instagram because I always save things to look at to talk about here.
You're calling
And-
him out for
Yeah, you
his
literally
phone
have
while
your
on the
computer
show?
open the whole time we do
What's
this.
on my computer?
I have
Blue
no
Jays
idea. I
game,
can't
probably?
tell.
The ad reads.
Is there a
small.
golf tournament on? No.
No.
Big
No.
golf.
Is there an
But
aisle line match you bet on?
There's a couple things. So the funny thing is this.
Let me guess. Football tonight?
Instagram knows me so well. The first thing I find is a video of another fight at a college football tailgate. And the people fighting are two 60-year-old mothers.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
And it is electric.
Against the wall.
University
Here.
of Hoosiers.
Watch
No.
again. Oh, yeah.
So
Seen it.
there's this one.
Oh, yeah.
But the real one I wanted to talk about was the urinal or the porta potty girl fight.
Oh,
Have you guys seen this thing yet?
No.
of
The
course.
tagline has me hooked in though.
So at every concert,
Yeah, it's a
there
match
is
your
a
other search history.
section of porta potties.
Yeah.
Well, these girls all have cowboy stuff on, so you know it's a Morgan Weiland concert because it couldn't be anything else.
Yep. Couldn't be.
The Zachary Ty Bryan concert.
Nope.
What's that guy's name that's doing the other one? Zach.
Zach Bryan.
Zachary Ty Bryant, wasn't that guy from Home Improvement?
Yeah, that's the guy who's the country star.
No, is he?
Same guy.
Come
It
on.
is.
No,
Yeah,
you're
it is.
messing with
Zachary
me.
Ty Bryan grew up, dropped the tie, got into music as far as I'm concerned.
Correct.
Zachary Ty Bryan goes to jail all the time for being.
All right. I'm watching this.
Yeah, look.
So this one girl is just absolutely spazzing at this other girl outside of a porta potty, and they start pushing.
And they just end up covered.
And
in
the
piss.
next thing you know, they end up in the porta potty.
Oh, boy.
Some poor unsuspecting girl jumps out of said porta potty, and
Are
the
they
girl
trying to-
who's getting beat down by two girls
trying to
right now,
dunk her in
her
there.
friend comes to the rescue.
wow.
Here she comes.
Oh, yeah.
And she starts
Oh,
pulling hair, throwing bombs,
You got
throwing
them
bombs.
white boots? Oh, yeah.
Okay, Okay, she's had enough. I'm going round 2 on number 2. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kick her in the head while she's in it, and then slam the door on her in the urinal. Oh, she's on the floor again.
Oh, do up your belt.
Push her down.
Yeah, make sure your belt's done up.
Go back in.
We think it's almost done. She's got to go get her phone, her purse back from the porta potty. Now a lot of yelling, standing around yelling.
Is it escalate again?
It was electric.
Oh, wow.
And the poor girls that are just trying to go pee in the other porta potties that keep opening up and these girls fly into them is hilarious.
Listen, if you don't want to get beat up while you're peeing, don't go to the Zachary Ty Bryan concert.
How good of a friend is Girl in White? She just comes out of the porta potty. She hears a commotion and she doesn't even think twice. She just goes into ass kicking mode. And she absolutely saves her friend. And like, if you listen to the volume, it's one of those fights where like everybody's like, I wasn't doing anything. It wasn't me. I wasn't doing anything. As the fight's like happening, like, I don't know why you're fighting me. I didn't do anything. Yet they're still fighting. And both of them are, it's very, very humorous.
Yo, Zachary Ty Bryan's real messed up.
Who he is? Is that the guy from Home Improvement?
Yeah. The least egregious of his many crimes would probably be in June 2023. Recently, the Hollywood Reporter revealed that Bryan was accused of running a fraudulent agriculture technology startup scheme.
You have to, though.
Who hasn't?
I myself have modified seeds that were incorrectly.
Gotta be a dummy to get caught, is what they always say when it comes to fraudulent agriculture technology startups.
I mean, if you are going to do a fraud, that's a good one to do because
a lot of DUIs.
Tough to poke holes into that.
That's good fight review.
Yeah, it was a good one.
The girl in the white boots.
She is she's the winner of that one.
If the Oilers need toughness to replace Klim, give her a win.
Grit per 60.
Can you add that fight to the video in post production?
Yeah, probably.
So that when Chalmers is talking, I know you have a lot of shit to do right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily, but theoretically,
that'd be a good
talk
clip.
about stuff like this. I feel like we should include it in the video.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I agree.
And that concludes the podcast meeting. I like that we have the meetings on the air.
We might as well.
It's the best time. You can see how the
keeps us
porridge is
accountable.
made.
And we have 2 new mic arms. I feel like that's a big moment.
I guess it's kind of new. Yeah, okay.
I got it.
So this other one will be a breakdown, but it's at University of Indiana Hoosiers.
Okay.
And it's a tailgate. And yeah, some moms go at it. But I'd like to hear the I literally just saw it, so I'd like to hear the commentary on it. But when you think you can't see a fight that you haven't seen yet, a porta potty fight at a country music concert.
I saw one recently. It looked like 2 legit grandmas fighting in a restaurant at like Universal Studios or something. I thought that's what the one you were going to talk about.
Why is everybody so irritated?
I'm surprised there's not more fights at like Costco or Disneyland or like those like high intense places.
Well, now everyone's filming. That's the craziest thing about anything. That anything happens in public now, people are like, ooh.
Oh, and there's like 400 camera angles now.
That's awesome. Imagine when you're little fighting in school and then you're surrounded by a ring of cameras.
Yeah, that's a good. Back in the day, like
you had to work your nerve up just to fight a guy after school for 3 hours to know that it'd be filmed.
Now it's a part of your online footprint forever.
Why did it take so long for the stuff about the poo plane to come out? That happened like a week and a half ago.
You want to hear something?
And now it's just a big story.
That lady who said that person's not real.
Yep.
So then they had a tweet about
Stephanie Gomez, I think is her name.
So this new lady joined Twitter. First tweet was like, I'm the lady on the plane, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Some internet nerds looked into it and found out that they did like a facial recognition of that lady.
Yeah.
It's not the lady from the plane.
I don't know.
And her internet IP address was like right in Intelligence Alley in Washington.
Yep.
So they're discrediting this lady that said that's not real on the plane. What's happened? Why'd that lady say, ha 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 ha, she's so crazy? Then they roll out some other weird lady who's like, what a mistake I made. That wasn't the lady.
When you see crazy people on video, you know that
what
they're
if that
crazy?
lady's not crazy?
That's what I mean. This person didn't have all like the telltale, like crazy tendencies.
What if that lady saw something?
She was even like,
legit.
Hey, I know you guys are not going to believe me.
Yeah.
I know that you're going to think I'm crazy, but that person is not real. And
what if she saw something, Chalmers, on that plane that was so crazy that it merited that response? And then to discredit her, they're like, ha ha ha, what a lunatic.
But then how did no one else on the plane see it?
It was a Men in Black situation.
But what if she was sitting next to some person and she looked over at him and he blinked vertically or some shit?
Yeah.
I saw the guy who
that.
Who knows?
the guy who she was talking about has TikTok, allegedly, and he's covered head to toe, full face, and tattoos. He did his version of the story on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
Or is that another CIA cover
Could
up?
be. Very well could be.
We'll never know.
He
How
could
do
just
you
be straight
even
lying
know
too.
what
And
to
I
believe?
There was some, speaking of other crazy shit that happened. Joe Rogan had some UFO experts on the show. Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And he was talking about back in the day, the U.S. Army has an aerospace division, and their training manual for pilots explained aliens.
In what way?
It said, you're going to see a lot of craft
Look
throughout
out for
your
aliens in
career
the skies.
that are going to behave very differently than normal. And it says aliens have been visiting Earth for thousands of years, and like breaks it down. And this guy's on Joe Rogan with the Army textbook that says it in fucking textbook. And it says you are
think
an
we just built
aerospace.
the pyramids?
You're an
Young Chuck?
aerospace pilot.
Yes.
You are going to see these things throughout your career. This was in their training manual because they put it out way back in the day before that shit was shareable.
With no forklifts? You actually think we could have done that?
I don't.
We can barely build Universal
Stonehenge,
Studios.
you know how hard
I'm
it
a
is to pick those up
decently-
without a
I'm
crane?
decently big conspiracy guy. The pyramid one, I think is.
Have you
don't
ever
think
tried to
aliens
lift
are
a granite
conspiracy
countertop?
theory.
What?
Have you ever tried to lift a granite? Let's make it even simpler. Have you ever tried to lift one of those 24 by 24 inch cement blocks? I don't care what pulley system you have. Stonehenge ain't standing itself up.
Well, when you deploy 300 slaves to it, you can move anything.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in slave labor,
Not-
but that's just how they did.
I've
shit
had
back
two
then.
people try to pick up each end of a toilet. The thing's awkward. You could put 300 people on a stone. How are they all going to get their hands, Jay?
on the rope
And a pulley?
and a pulley
And where are they mounting said rope and pulley?
on another stack of humans.
They did this over like lifetimes, Chalmers. It's not like they didn't it's not like you came over on a weekend. We're like,
Well,
let's
then
crack some
I
beers and
asked
They
build
did
them.
it though. They built the pyramids.
What a
like
waste
the
of time.
One pharaoh.
No,
Pharaohs
it
was
was
like
No,
months.
If you go back and look at the official record of how fast those things come together, they're not built over thousands of years. They're
That's
built in
true.
very short spans of time. It's obviously a lost technology. We don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Harmonics is what they suggest. But there's like
Can't even get a
ways-
couch into a second floor apartment half the time.
Anti-grav
These
shit,
people could
Phil.
build a pyramid.
Anyways, the fact that
Just
they're
saying.
telling pilots there's aliens in documents tells me there's
I know.
aliens, player.
I believe that.
Do you
Don't
think?
believe aliens built the pyramids.
But if everybody keeps saying that they like exist and we keep seeing more and more stuff,
Why are you rubbing
isn't it
your
like
eyes like
a
this is
bigger
an
story?
inconvenience to you?
No,
Like
no, I'm
Zachary
saying
Ty
why?
Bryan.
No, it's interesting. I think it's crazy, and I think that the reason it's not a bigger story is because like people don't have the capacity to like
Yes.
totally understand it and believe it.
The one guy said that
So
in this
it's like-
documentary I saw. He's
Oh,
like,
did
even
he?
if you know the mind-shattering truth, you still have to go get breakfast in the morning. Like you have to live with that.
Mm-hmm.
And most people can't live with that.
I mean, Mitch McConnell and Joe Biden look like aliens right
Wow.
now, the way that they're acting in public.
Where is this podcast
The
going?
oldest
I just
man
saying,
alive.
like I was watching
just saying.
because I watch these reels and like this just like the pauses.
I
These
watch
are the
these
leaders.
Mitch McConnell is pausing a lot.
A
Let's be
lot.
honest. He's
Like a
pausing
lot.
More than the average senator should. I don't even think you should pause once a term, let alone twice in 6 weeks.
Those pauses are like
He's looking
full on control of
His
this.
old man
Go
eyes
sail
are
a
looking
boat,
to
you
the
guys.
beyond when he's
Jesus.
paused. He's looking at the bright light and all his family on the other side that have died already. He's not dead, but he
My
can
whole
see
ploy
it.
was actually just because I know JR was like, "Oh, well, you want to talk about football?" After this, he'll want to talk about
Yeah, not
football
Mitch
pretty
McConnell
quickly.
pausing.
I'm into this.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like a good alien Joe Biden
Well,
connection?
Joe's tired.
Sleepy,
Unless you see the
Sleepy
fucking
Joe-
alien
Sleepy
moonwalking in
Joe
the
is
Super Bowl.
tired. He's like falling asleep on his feet these days.
Jojo is tired.
Oh,
Stairs are his enemy.
somewhat
Yeah.
tied into this because there were very funny Trump Biden jokes in it. Did you watch that Shane Gillis stand up on Netflix yet? Beautiful
yet.
Dogs.
Not yet.
It's good. It's
on my
raunchy and like some parts are a little bit like
Piss humor?
ooh no.
I'm
Some of
out.
them are a little bit like oh, can you make that joke? But there's a lot of parts where they are hilarious.
I'm watching. I have it on my list. I'm watching that Painkiller show right now. Clearing that up.
Oh,
My wife
Sackler
just
family?
watched that without me.
Sackler family.
I'm gonna have to get onto it. Apparently, it's really sad.
I just started watching The Wire.
Oh my god! Does it hold up?
Well, it's like cop stuff. So yeah. it's
but
fun.
like just the sheer technology of like the flip phones and like the pagers and stuff.
I can get over that. So far, I'm only in the computers they use, and the one lady typewrites all her notes.
You got to Omar coming yet?
I'm only 3 episodes in.
You haven't even met Omar then, have you?
I don't know any Omar.
Oh, wait till you meet Omar. He the best.
I heard
he the goat, no cap.
I heard The Wire is one of the greatest shows of all time. So
They say it's one of the top.
yeah.
Oh yeah. A young Michael B. Jordan.
Really?
Yeah, he's one
What
of
was in that?
Yeah.
Idris
Yeah.
Elba. There's the two main characters are Brits.
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan's a Brit?
No, he's not a main character. I haven't even seen him yet.
I don't know that he's in it. You got to respect a guy who's like, no, I'm Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, what's the B stand for? Basketball. Ironically, it's basketball.
Speaking of basketball, how good is Canada?
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? The top cat?
Shea Gilgis
Alexander.
It's going to take me a
SGA.
minute, but he's the shit.
Just call him SGA.
Dylan Brooks, for anybody that doesn't know,
That bum.
kind of getting some fans back here.
Oh, that
Because
hard,
he
man.
lost a lot
I'm in.
during the
I'm in on Dylan Brooks.
redemption?
That clip of him wearing the boxing gloves as they're coming back to the locker room after he got kicked out, electric.
Yeah, he's
Electric.
doing well. Apparently, everybody's like, I didn't know that we were this good, but like, there's a player named Lou Dort who's apparently one of the best defensive players in the whole
Yep.
tournament.
He was an OKC boy.
Yeah, didn't know.
Why aren't they
It could
starting like
potentially
all
be
the
a-
insane American basketball players? Like, why is Dylan Brooks in the
It's-
tournament, but all the big guns in the States aren't?
Man, I don't think they want to be.
Because I think the US kind of like auto qualifies for the Olympics, right? So it's kind of like,
Well, have you seen the Redeem Team documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's
Is that
really,
with Vince
really good.
Carter?
No, so the Dream Team is obviously the Dream Team of like 1980.
The next American team I want to do.
Barcelona 90.
And then the next team
It was
did
like LeBron,
awful.
Dwayne Wade, all those.
Yeah,
guys.
and then there's the team that's going to go back and beat it and win it again, and that
And
was the
Kobe
Redeem
shows
Team.
up and teaches him how to win.
Yeah, it's the best, and they're like
Emilio Estevez.
they're like not doing well, and Kobe like walks in the gym one day, and what the Coach K, who was the coach, came into the thing was like 2 years earlier than this actual tournament. Was like, this is not just going to be a team we put together a month before this and go practice. This is going to be a commitment, 2 years worth of a commitment. We're going to be having constant
It's like
workouts
Oilers
and all
starting
this.
training camp
And so-
September 5th.
And Kobe said no right off the bat. And then they went through some of these like mid-season tournaments and stuff like this. And finally, one day he just walked into the gym and was like, I am sick of watching y'all lose. And after that, it was like Kobe's team.
Well, the best part was when they were all coming, all those guys were coming back from the club at like 5 a.m. and
Yeah.
they ran into Kobe in the lobby going to the gym.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh shit.
And then the next day, 5 a.m.
We went to the club.
No, Kobe went to the gym, and guess who's in the gym? Everybody else.
The next day,
This is what Connor's doing with the Oilers.
Kobe's waiting at the club the next night. He's like, guys, I was wrong.
Kobe shows up to the club and none of the guys are there. And Kobe's like, oh,
Oh, man. These guys keep avoiding
They're all
me.
in the gym.
yeah. Damn it. We just never got on the same page. BM, you were not at the Oilersnation Open
I was not
because you were in Kelowna.
getting hammered.
That's what I wanted to talk about. You went on a wine tour.
I'd never been on a wine tasting tour before.
They sneak up on you.
Oh, they give it to you.
They, yep. If you go to like, we went to 4 wineries on this one, and you could do this for the rest of your life. There's so many of them in Kelowna, but we went to 4 different ones. And by the time I left the 4th one, I was being spilled into the car effectively. People told me there was supposed to be a spitter. I didn't see a spitter anywhere around.
No,
so just
fuck
down the
that.
hatch it goes.
You're saying it's supposed to
Spitter is
spit
your
this
bread in
stuff.
your tummy. That's your spitter.
Have you ever seen the John C. Reilly thing where he pretends he's the doctor and he does little things on wine? And he's like, people tell him supposed to spit this up. Well, no way, Jose. And he's just got like red wine all over his mouth. But yeah, you get ripped because you're drinking a lot of wine and you don't even realize it because they're little tiny portions.
They're little tiny things, and then you go, but like it's also, we went to a couple wineries where it was like $15 and you got 5 samples. So I thought it was just going to be like a little, but it's enough to get you going. Plus in between, like we were navigating. So my uncle and I were like, well, we might as well buy a bottle of wine for the way.
Why wouldn't you?
So we were pouring red on the way and
Oh, you got like one of
Really
those
got out of
cars
hand.
to
And
like pick
probably
you up?
really good food too.
The wine
that was
between
great.
the wine.
the wine between the wine. No, we had his partner was the DD for the day.
Oh, nice.
So she had to cart us around just like by
Oh,
the
that
time it
must
was
have
ready to go.
You should have recorded that.
Should have. Yeah, it was
Even
a, it
just
was a
the audio.
great day.
Do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of when we were 20 years old and we used to go to Mexico. And we would always book one excursion for one day, usually the middle of the week.
Got to do one.
And so we would go, we went on this ATV tour, like basically taking quads out.
Oh, yeah.
And so we all have these bandanas. We're driving and we know we're going to lunch. we drive to a spot, we have lunch, we come back. So we're driving, we're all in a straight line, best behavior, 3/4 throttle. We get to the place and it's actually a tequila tasting.
Oh boy.
Lunch.
And they proceed to serve us like $2 margaritas and as much tequila tasting as we want, just to get back on their ATVs and drive them like 10 kilometers back
main
home.
roads, like we're on like highways.
So the way there, we're all single file in line. The way back, we're like jumping curb. Everybody's everywhere. It's dust. It's absolute chaos. Nobody got hurt, but
I
like
rear-ended our guy.
the lead.
Fucking right into his ass.
And did he care?
No,
I was like,
Not
uh-oh,
really.
here comes the fine. Nope.
They just walked.
You did this to me.
We were like looking at them like they're just gonna let us drink all this, and they just could have cared less.
Yeah.
Mexico.
So then, it was just absolute chaos. Remember driving back and just like you're driving down a road and all of a sudden you get to like a culvert where you could like take a little bit of a jump, and we'd all just
Anything we could do. Yeah.
we were hitting it. It was not the smartest thing we did, but it was sure a lot of fun.
Was my first tasting and just.
Do you remember like the end of it?
Oh yeah, like I remember the whole day, but like the next morning, I just felt like a pile of shit.
all that
Wine
wine.
hits you hard, hey?
Like wine hangovers are rough at the best of times.
That's
but
why
when you're
Rome fell.
having
Okay.
15 varieties of wine throughout the day,
Mostly reds, mostly whites, some rosés.
both.
What are we thinking?
Because my uncle's a white guy, I love the red, so we were mixing and matching a couple of rosés mixed in there. It was a mess.
Your uncle's
It was
white?
A mess. Sorry.
Your uncle's white?
Yes.
Yeah. White guy, he said.
Yeah, no, I heard what he said.
I was beered out after the golf tournament,
Oh yeah.
and I was out at a barbecue on Saturday, and so I was like, it's gonna be a bourbon night. I'm just gonna have some bourbons.
Okay. I like
And I
it.
just slowly sipped on bourbons. And I woke up the next day not feeling terrible at all.
Oh, really?
And it's normally the second day I'm worried about, and I felt totally fine.
People have said it, but I just totally believe it's the sugar. Like the
It's
sugar,
the sugar
in
and
those
this other
drinks.
crap. Like I got a good, it was like an $85 bottle of bourbon.
Ooh, fancy.
It was fancy. It was an occasion. And I drank half of it. And
It took everything in me to get up for the barbecue the next night that we had at our house after the golf tournament.
Oh yeah, because you kicked on too.
Oh, we went late.
Well, so the next day after my wine tasting was the same thing, where it's the next morning I wake up and I'm seeing cross-eyed, one eye closed. But then I had promised that I was going to go play pickleball for the first time ever.
Of course you did.
Good sweat to have though. Probably would
Well,
have sucked to start. Probably would have gotten into the groove.
How
at some
stiff
point.
were you?
not good.
Yeah.
And then I'm sweating and I stink like wine as I'm sweating. Awful.
But
Pickleball's great,
You were
though.
probably
Oh,
ready to
so
get
good.
back on the sauce afterwards.
Well, yeah. I
You
had
sweat
a couple
the
of
feel-
cocktails at lunch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I haven't had a cocktail since since Saturday, all in preparation of what happens tonight. It's like Christmas.
Here you go.
I just
Jay.
cannot
There
wait.
it is.
Here's
You
your
guys,
request.
I waited till an hour in, not 45 minutes in, whatever it is, but it's football time. The autumn wind is a pirate. And I am just
Autumn wind and
excited.
the rest of that thing.
And the rest,
Are you missing it?
and the rest of that thing.
And the rest of it. Chalmers had a clip he wanted to play, and then Bagmilk had to play
Blustering in from
artificial
sea.
intelligence.
Yeah,
buzzkill.
we couldn't play it. All I wanted to play was a dun 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 dun.
All he wanted to do was get our podcast
Demonetized.
The autumn wind, but you don't know the rest of it.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash with a silver hat about his head and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and they quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He knocks you around and upside down and laughs when he's conquered and won.
Wow.
If that doesn't get you going,
There's some ASMR in there
feel
too.
it in my plums. I cannot wait for football, you guys. I am just so jacked.
So who plays tonight? KC and
Kansas City Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions in Kansas City. No Jason Kelsey hurt his knee in practice. So everybody that took him in the first, Jason Kelsey,
Yeah,
sorry,
wow,
Travis
that's
Kelsey.
a big blow to
For
Also-
the Eagles, yeah.
He hasn't been officially ruled out yet.
So no, he hasn't. Did Chris Jones sign? That was another thing.
No.
So
Sky Moore season.
of course, just like everything else in my life, what has to ruin it? Hockey. We got hockey tryouts tonight at 8:00. So I'm gonna like miss the end of the game. So whatever, I'll just fight through it. But yeah, I'm very excited. Are you? Is anybody else excited in here? This doesn't even change. Everything changes.
I'll watch the game. I'm kind of excited, but like it's a shitty game to bet.
Lionel Messi.
You're excited, Tyler. You love sports.
Is this regular season or preseason?
Regular season. It's the first regular season NFL game of the year. I'm mildly excited. I'm kind of like, I'm putting my toes on a little Detroit Lions bandwagon. I have a ton of Jared Goff and a ton of Amon-Ra St. Brown in my fantasy teams. And I think they're going to, and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, I got some Jahmyr Gibbs.
I am in on the Lions fantasy wise. So I'm now like looping my way into joining my pal Liam and rooting for the Lions. I think they're going to be so much fun this year. I like Jared Goff. I think he's underrated.
So a couple of things to note.
Maybe sprinkle some on the Lions then just for fun tonight.
I think I'm just going to do player props, but Lions plus 4.5. You know me. I love a good teaser bet.
So are we going to get back to our
plus 20 and
They're 4.5 dogs.
Are we going to get back to our NFL picks thing that we did last year?
Do you want to?
I would love to.
It'd be brought to you by our friends at Betway.
I've got a player prop tonight. I've got a player prop tonight that is a absolute lock.
OJ Simpson under 300 yards.
Do you know he's got a show? He's on a show now.
No.
He's legitimately the football expert on a podcast.
Podcast don't.
No,
mean
it's
nothing.
actually, I think it's like a televised show.
But anybody could do that.
No.
Only
Does he
for
do
that.
it from his golf cart?
No.
there.
Hello, Twitter.
Hello, Twitter.
Twitter. It's your pal, OJ.
You didn't do it, Juice. You don't seem so bad. He did it all right.
Anyway, so here's my lock. Patrick Mahomes in every home opener, every first game of the season for him, he has never thrown an interception, and I don't expect him to do it tonight. So I am going under
fade
0.5 interceptions if that's what the line is.
Okay,
whatever
Thomas.
it is. That's a great juice.
Hit me.
Hello, Twitter.
That's my lock of the week. My lock of the week. But we should do the spreads. We should do the spreads again and see. And we should actually have like a competition about it where the losers.
Oh, losers.
The loser has
Belly button
has to perform something for content. Like has to go and do something crazy.
Twerk while on fire.
Has to throw like some sort of darts, maybe like has to get all 4 bags in a bean bag and can't leave until he does all in one shot.
Oh, like you want like some, okay.
Some like long term
Test of endurance.
punishment. Test
Sit
of
at,
endurance.
sit at a hole on a golf course till you get a hole in one.
Has to do a hour wall sit.
Our wall sit.
Hour.
1 hour wall sit.
Yeah, that's
You get one
maybe an
break.
aggregate
You get a
over a
one
week.
3 minute break. Yeah. Well, you'd be in pain. But I don't know. We can think about it. We can workshop it.
Okay.
We can workshop it. But I think that we should definitely pick one game against the spread
Every week.
every week.
Okay.
John Burns, I don't care about football, but when you were making your speech and then you said you could feel it in your plums, I can feel it in my plums. I don't even like
I know you
football.
could. I know
can
you
feel
could.
your passion.
How
the
morning.
Cardinals look?
The awful tanking.
What a train wreck.
They are going to be the worst team in the
I saw
league this
was
year.
it the quarterback talking to a receiver. They clipped it for their social. And it was so bizarre.
No,
like
so it
two
was-
aliens talking to each other.
Yeah. Oh, that was like the new coach that came in,
That's the
and it was
coach.
bizarre.
What was he talking about?
I don't know, but that was like at the beginning of when he was hired. You should see even a more bizarre video of they've lost their quarterback. They don't even know who they're starting.
What's going on with him?
He's like not healthy, doesn't want to play. I can't even follow it anymore. I just know that like they're so overtly tanking that they might not even have a problem with Kyler Murray, but they're just going to keep him on the pup list for some reason. So they don't have to play him. So they don't have to pay him their contract, and then they can cut him.
They don't have to pay him when he's on pup?
Honestly, it's very
What's pup
confusing. Physically unable to perform.
They put him on there and don't have to pay him his big tickets.
So there's something about it. I don't like, but he has guaranteed money.
Oh,
I honestly, it's confusing. It's depressing. So I know if
Go
you
Browns.
listen to any radio show right now, when they talk about like the best teams in the league, they'll talk about like the 5 best teams. And then they always talk about the Cardinals and how it's the most overt tanking they've ever seen to get Caleb Jones, who's a guy that's
Caleb Jones, former Oiler.
no Caleb.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they're going to leave him unexposed in the expansion draft.
he's pivoted. Zachary Ty Bryan is touring again.
What about Tyron Noah Smith?
How about Noah Gregor getting a PT over the Leafies?
PTO season.
That's an interesting combination. I would
Why
never cheer
wouldn't
for the Leafs.
Why wouldn't he have stayed with San Jose? This is how little I know.
They didn't qualify.
queue him.
No,
But he'll still play in the league is the thinking.
he always played really well against us. Maybe that was.
Okay, so you want to do weekly NFL pick'em, Charles?
I do.
Well, let's start it.
Bit of an
bud.
abrupt shift, but sure.
We are using the odds that our friends at Betway have up to make these.
Sounds good.
Do you have one already in mind, Chalmers?
I do.
Bagged milk, are you going to play?
Sure.
You're going to go Chiefs.
I always like the wild card of bagged milk.
All right, I'm in.
Taking a look at the slate and seeing what's up. All right, just give me
So
a
I have to
second.
pick tonight's game, and that's it.
Nope.
You could
But
pick
you probably will because it's the Chiefs.
Well, they're the team I know.
Yep. Where's American
Where are the
football?
Elks on here?
Where are the Elks at? Yeah, there. You can also pick the
They might
Elks
make the
on
crossover.
Which is amazing.
Imagine the Elks played an NFL team.
I couldn't.
What would happen? Would there one of
I
the
don't know, man.
offensive line hit one of our defensive guys and snap back?
I'm like watching the Labor Day Classic in the restaurant that I'm in with my kids the night before they start school, and it's Calgary and Edmonton, and it's
The Labor Day Classic was Calgary and Edmonton.
It always is, and
Every
it was 7-5. He knows that. He knows
I walked
that.
right into it.
I
The
tried
score-
to play him and he played me.
The score was 7-5. I look back up. It's now 8-5. I look back up. It's now 8-7.
These Rouges
I
are
look
coming
back
in
up
fast.
and it's 11-7. And I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense.
Sure, it does. Rouges.
What the hell is a rouge?
when you catch
Come
a ball.
on, Christopher
Chalmers.
Keith Chalmers.
I don't know, man.
Welcome
Don't know
to-
what a rouge is.
Is it when you kick a field goal and it like, no, I do. I honestly
A
do
punt
not.
doesn't leave the end zone. Is worth a point.
Or a kick goes out the back of the end zone.
So I kick the ball.
Yep.
I make it go either stay in the end zone on a touchback
Yeah.
or out through the end zone.
Yeah.
Point.
I get 2 points.
One.
I get 1 point.
Yeah.
Where's the 2 points come from? And it wasn't a 2-point conversion. And how could it have been a
Rouge
safety?
was 2 points.
Is
That
it
was
Rouge
1
2
point. It
points?
could be a safety.
I don't believe they were in field position to have a safety. Most of this game
Well,
was
you were
played.
also barely paying attention, and you don't
I
know what a
was.
rouge is.
Just a
Just you
calamity
have
of Rouges.
absolute-
CFL, if you have a field goal,
I
and
live
you
in the
wanna
city.
Take it half the distance. It's only worth 2 points.
I live in the city.
CFL.
I
field
love
goal.
the game of football, and I don't even understand. It's like rugby to me.
You
I
seem to
don't
have
get
an
it.
encyclopedic knowledge. You knew the Labor Day Classic with Edmonton and Calgary.
Oh yeah.
I made
like
money
talking
on
to
the
the
Rough
Jews.
Riders this weekend.
Oh yeah, which
They're
ones?
heavy underdogs against the Blue Bombers.
Which ones? Which Rough Riders?
There's only one now, Chalmers.
Come on, yeah, easy
Come on.
joke from 2001.
Come on.
Lame.
All right,
Fine.
what's your game? What are we doing?
I got mine.
So we have to pick the spread?
Yeah, pick a
Yeah.
spread.
Go ahead, Ramchuck. You start us off.
Minnesota Vikings hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Great one.
The Vikings are 5.5 point favorites, and I am all over that. Baker,
man.
Baker, not a touchdown maker.
Baker is just going to be feeding Evans. Feeding him.
Yes.
Is it Evans holding out? Or is he
Maybe.
not anymore?
I don't know.
So I've heard
So
big
much.
things coming out of Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
They are playing a rookie QB who I believe is going to be electric in Anthony Richardson.
Oh, yeah. Jacksonville's playing against a rookie. QB.
Yes, playing against a rookie QB. But I just don't think the stage is going to be not big enough for him. He's going to, yeah, that wasn't said right. The stage is going to be too big for him,
It's
and I am
Trevor
going
Lawrence
to take.
season. How about that?
It's Trevor Lawrence season. I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I believe they're giving it a -4.5.
5.5.
I'm going to go
Even better.
Bills over
worse.
the
It's
Jets.
worse.
Whatever that is.
Bills to beat the Jets?
Yep.
I
it's
like
only
it.
2.5 points. I know the
Dude.
Jets are.
I know. The Jets are getting so pumped up.
Yeah,
They're
they're-
getting a hard knocks
The hype
lift.
train is in.
You're telling me the Bills aren't winning that game by 8? I'm taking the adjusted spread on that game, and I'm going to make a ton of money.
This is the
Might
first.
quit my job.
This has got to be the first time in fantasy leagues that many Jets have been drafted that quickly. When you think
Brees,
Dalvin
Garrett
Cook,
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, yeah,
You're drafting Dalvin Cook. You're a fool.
people are drafting Dalvin Cook.
Oh, I'm torn between two. I really want to bet with my heart and take the Browns over the Bengals, which is
That was going to be my other one. Was going to be Bengals -2.5.
I know, but I'm actually going to go
What's Betway giving that game out at?
the New York Giants +3.5
Ooh, against the Cowboys, the Sunday nighter. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun
Daniel
game
Jones.
versus Dak. Dak's got a lot to prove.
Dak is whack.
Dak
See what
is
I did
whack.
there?
Oh,
I rhymed
Cowboys.
his name with whack.
Cowboys are whack. Wanya, you're gonna
I'm stuck in my
pick a team, and I'll just tell you what the spread is.
Coward, I know a lot now about the
Yeah, no, but you're not even looking at that
actually
spread.
pretty dialed in.
Statistically speaking.
Do you even know who played? I think
Chalmers, I'll tell you what my thoughts are on the games tonight. Hold on, let me check my thing.
I think that you like Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, I don't mind them.
No, I only
That was good. That's a really good pick too. -3 at the Tennessee Titans.
I only like baseball today.
Just betting on the
I like
Diamondbacks.
the Orioles. And I like the Mariners.
Yeah. I like the Blue Jays today too.
Not playing.
Tomorrow, I mean.
No.
When they start their series versus the lowly, not the Rangers next, but who do they got in between the Rangers?
Royals.
The Royals.
The Royals are dog shit, but they have one pitcher who's electric. So
Yeah, I really would have liked to see them sweep that Athletics series.
they're in a
but-
playoff spot again.
Yeah, no, they are. They're
And you
doing
get that-
like man, Schneider and Horowitz. Like, where'd these two guys come from?
Yeah, they're the Buffalo boys.
They're doing great, man. Ever since they came in, they're like absolutely on fire.
Hey, look at this. Is kind of a cool thing.
Oh, he's watching the Gregor show right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to do basically 2 jobs at once.
That's a lot.
But Gregor has his nephew in studio.
Oh, the show within the show.
Yeah, cool. Anyways, saw that.
Beg Milk, you got a pick for us here, pal? You've been doing your homework over there?
I picked the Bills over the Jets.
Pick the Bills. He said that.
Damn it.
Yep.
I gotta
Giddy up.
listen better.
Giddy.
I was actually just trying to buy some time for our man Wanye over here. You got something for us?
Oh, about football? No.
Yeah, he does.
I got all distracted with the.
Give him the New Orleans Saints -3.
No, because then you're just gonna be like, I was 2-0.
Well, he has to pick something. You got to
No,
be a
he
part of
doesn't.
this.
I don't.
All right, then it's just the 4 of us.
Kind of the whole show.
Yeah, I don't participate.
He's off camera. He's chilling.
Doing my own thing.
Pick the Orioles, your front runner.
Hate the Orioles.
Yeah.
Take the Orioles tonight. I would put a lot on the Orioles.
A graph I barely understand suggests take the Orioles.
A couple of little housekeeping notes. Our sale at nationgear.ca is still going on. It ends September 15th. 50% off shirts, 25% off all hoodies and hats if you want to get geared up for the new season and save some money in the process. Nationgear.ca. 2 trips left to Seattle, I heard.
I think they're sold.
They're
There's some
sold again.
confusion, but they're sold.
They're sold. Seattle trip sold out. Too bad. We're going to have fun in Seattle. Going to be a blast. That's all.
Can't wait. Can't wait for that. And then we'll be launching our next trip maybe the end of the month.
Ooh, end of September?
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
Sweet.
And we're also working on, stay tuned for our Nationseason Opener party, October 11th at Greta.
I'll be there wearing something ridiculous.
You'll be looking. Yeah, well, apparently Chalmers already determined that. So
No, I didn't determine. Dude, don't do that. We talked about it on the golf. I thought
we did not land on anything.
No, we didn't land on it. I said this
but
was
then
a
you
good
told
idea.
Tyler's like, I already know what I'm wearing. It's not that bad. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, that I didn't mean to tell him it like that.
Yeah, you got a little hasty there.
Also, if you're listening to this and you have not
Hasty.
subscribed to our YouTube channel yet,
What he was
we're
going to
at
wear was tasty.
15.8K subs.
Yeah.
If we get
Sam
to
Gagne interview.
Crushed.
crushed.
What are the numbers? Tell everybody.
I think it was-
18,000 it was like this morning I was looking.
Oh, you were looking this morning.
Yeah. So if we get to 20, so now I figured
19.
out how to buy the Donaire costume. I think. Aaron says, I texted Aaron last night, how do I pay for the costume? You want me to just make a donation to Make-A-Wish? He's like, oh, I don't know how you're supposed to do that. I'll go check with Steve. Once again, it's not me holding on. I've been asking like 5 times to pay for this goddamn thing. Anyways, that'll be sorted soon enough.
So you wanted 16,000 and
20.
you need
20.
Oh,
20.
20.
Gregor had some like low ball goal. I'm like, we're already there. Like, you got to set the bar higher.
Yep.
You need to make some quick money for that costume and bet in the Orioles.
Ooh, our Orioles are a wagon.
What's that?
They're a wagon. They're good.
They're so good.
Got to bet on them that they're going to win.
Who are they playing?
I did not know that. I only know who's winning, not know who's losing.
Who the fuck are the Orioles playing?
Cubbies.
Well,
Jays
doesn't matter.
can't beat the fucking A's.
Yeah, they beat him 2 out of 3. Give him a break.
Did they? I think they lost twice to the A's, didn't they?
No, they won 2 out of 3.
Uh,
The Orioles do not play today.
No.
If MLB was smart, they would
you
have
were
just
reading
taken the
yesterday's
night
email.
off.
What's that?
You're reading yesterday's email.
There's 6 games on the slate. today, and
Nobody.
The Orioles are not a part.
You're right. Did they win yesterday, though? These are the
Yes,
best
they
kind
did.
These
They
are the
did.
best kind of picks. The ones you get the next day. Did the Orioles win? They did. Did the Mariners win?
They did. Yes.
So hot. So hot. So hot right now.
Giving out picks for yesterday's games.
But you were right. All right. What else do we have to do today? I felt like there was another.
You want to know who won a game a year ago?
Go have a beer. Get ready for some football.
That's what you're going to do for the
A
rest of the day?
Thursday night party. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to go home, I think. I gotta still go to back
I have
to
a
work.
beer league
Actually,
slow pitch game tonight in my men's league. Yesterday, game 2 of a best of 3, we blew a 14-run lead in the final 2 innings.
Tyler, call a timeout.
We were up by 7 with 2 outs, top of the 7th, and we lost.
What the hell?
Things move
Did
quick.
you call? Did you get your pitcher out of there?
No, we were just it was like a bunch of singles. They just kept like getting base hits, and we were
Were
all
you guys
sad.
getting frustrated?
Oh yeah, we were very
Were
frustrated.
you yelling at each other?
I was kind of laughing because I was like, of course this is happening.
I love when a beer league team starts to get frustrated, yelling at each other. It's the best.
The thing that threw us off, buddy on our team had 3 home runs in the game, and then the other team paused the game until the umps had to go check his bat.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wow.
Get over it.
See if it was BB core.
And then we lost our focus. It was
You
game
guys
over. It was
actually
hilarious.
have illegal bats?
Yeah, you have to send your bats in before the year to get tested, and then you get a sealed sticker on it.
Well, that
Okay.
is the most
That was-
ridiculous thing I've ever heard
Jeez.
in my life.
New league.
Yeah, it's
Do you
interesting.
have to piss test? Wow, that made you laugh. That was just a
just like,
serious statement.
That was a serious question.
Delicious.
Oh, he thought I said piss taste.
We're gonna
He
get
thought
demonetized.
okay, that makes sense. He broke. He just a little kid there just broke down
You're
laughter.
not allowed to smack your lips like that when they're out getting demonetized.
Can we go one show?
The autumn wind.
That one wasn't even me.
Yeah, I know it wasn't.
Let's wrap up the show with the latest review we got. This came from
I'm Tyler Remchuk here to tell you I'm fucking disgusting, bro.
this one comes from Professor Buckaroo Banzai.
Uh-huh.
Bonsai.
Banzai.
Why are you looking at Jay like you're
Because I
triggering
felt
a
like I
code?
said that wrong.
Bonsai.
He did.
He left us a 5-star review, and it's a long one. It's titled Best Morning Show Ever.
Sure.
Remember the good old days back when you'd pull up next to someone at a stoplight and you'd notice they're listening to the same raucous radio morning show? You'd look over and smile, and they'd nod back, and you'd both know you were plugged into something bigger than yourselves, a communal sort of bond. You'd feel like you really knew the personalities telling the off-color jokes and making those real-life, pun intended, observations. You'd laugh, you'd learn, and you'd get all pumped up when the discussion turned to your favorite sports team. You'd still be listening when you arrive at your destination and sit in your car for another 5, 10, 15 minutes just to hear what happened next. That's this podcast.
Really?
Only with 238% more piss talk. I'm from the US,
Low.
so all shows must include some sort of piss talk. It's required by the FCC. Great crew, unmatched chemistry, laughs for days and days. The greatest morning show in modern memory. Long may they reign. We record this in the afternoon.
Yeah, but it's a
But he probably
podcast.
listens to it the next morning.
It's on demand, bro.
What's the
Pete
name?
Alexa,
What's the
morning,
person's
good morning.
Very nice.
That was a great review.
Yeah.
Very,
Yes.
very nice.
Very nice.
What's the person's name?
Professor Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh yeah.
That's his real name.
Yeah. He sent in a picture
Including
of
the
his driver's license.
designation.
You know what he's a professor of?
Tenured.
Probably sex. A name like that, he's probably getting it all the time.
Or maybe P.
Probably
While
can't
he
leave the
listens
house.
to the pod.
That's why he's.
Third person on my block told me they listened to this podcast.
I like that you get recognized.
No.
I don't like it. I hate it.
Yes, I will.
Your voice.
Are you telling the story?
I'm about to. Is that a
Is
bad
it-
story?
I don't know.
Oh
it
God!
anyway.
Now tell it. Tell it.
Yeah, tell us. The edit if it's not good.
Yeah, we'll just cut
Yeah,
it out
you
if
can-
it
Let's
doesn't
end the
work.
show and then I'll tell you.
No.
You can tell it.
That's the end of it. That's the end of the pod. We're done.
Good pod,
I gotta go. I gotta
everybody.
be somewhere.
We will be back Monday with a new episode, right? Right.
Right.
Talk to everybody then.
Bye.
All that.